Why is your oppressor giving in to what you saying at that moment? Come on.
It's like it's economics.
Mm,
So like you sir.
yes. Come on.
If you drop your guard, sir.
Not so much for you to drop your guard,
So
but for you to what? Spare his life.
Mm.
He likes to live in her. Go ask Esau. Ask Esau how much he liked to live. Esau liked to live so much, he gave his birthright up.
Right.
He gave it up. But did he mean to give it up?
Deception.
Yeah, it's deception. And that's it.
Salakia, sir.
Come
Could you
on.
break that down? Like when you said he wants us to keep him alive. Salakia.
No, meaning this. If he is in dire straits, right? And you have him in dire straits, right? He is going to say everything you want to hear to come out of that problem he's in. But as soon as he come out of that problem he's in, he's just building back to get strong to now come back and hit you harder and try to hit you that knockout punch. You understand? And then when things go hard for him, now he back to the table. Now he knows what politicking is about.
Right.
You understand? Mm. But then, I mean, the other side mightn't want to stop. So guess what? The nuke waiting right there. They think the white man built a nuke just to have it on the shelf. He just stockpiling nukes. No, he not just stockpiling nukes. Them nukes coming out. You understand?
That's right.
It's coming out because he's the devil and he does not like to lose. You understand? He will take everybody down with him. But thanks be to the Lord, the Most High wouldn't allow him to do it. He is going in there with them other heathens. Because the Lord is saying what? Come on.
I'm sorry, sir. Salakia, sir. It's been something interesting that I've been watching that I think I understand it. Like when they're hitting all of these, they dropping all of these missiles, right? And I mean, they're hitting trucks, they're hitting missile silos, and they just so happen they have a camera there. Like that's amazing to me. Like, how, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen like about 50 strikes that they caught at the instant where the missile struck with precision, like back to back.
Yeah, I'm gonna just help you out with it, right? Like when it comes to stuff like that, I don't really like the both sides line. You understand? The both sides line. What's going to tell me what's going on is when I go to the gas station.
Right.
Then, you know what I mean, when I go to the grocery, now I'm like, yo, things are really bad down in the Middle East. It's jammed up. Once you see that price start going up at the pump, who the hell cares where the missile landing right now? You understand? Because of all this AI, you really can't. There's a ton of deception going on. Because right now, Israel is not allowing nobody to film or to put out what's going on in their country right now. So all they have to come and do is tell you that they're winning, tell you that, you know, I mean, everything okay. But they know human beings go by what they actually seeing and hearing. You understand? That hearing alone, it's almost, you know what I mean, once you could see and hear, it's like, okay, you could put things together. And then know with the hearing, meaning with the media, right, and them pushing the propaganda, it's almost going to make them look invincible. Remember the what it said in Revelation pertaining to the mark of the beast. It said what? You remember what it said about the mark of the beast?
Yes, that it would be in the forehead and the right arm.
Not
no
that
man to buy or sell lest they have the mark.
Yes, but that's not the part I'm talking about. The part I'm talking about is this part. Hawan, hold where you're at, right? Kiad get this one for me. Get Revelation 13. Right, Revelation 13. Hold on. I'll tell you. Read where you say the I think it's either 13 and 18. I don't want to give you all it again. Your time to get by the time I get there. Like what is he trying to save when he is in control of the media? He controls the narrative. What is he trying to stay in control of?
He wants to stay in power, first of all.
Yes, it's power, but for him to stay in power, he needs to show something. I just give you it.
So like I said,
Come on.
that he is most righteous. He has no blemish. No.
Not so much blemish. Somebody said it with the power. For you to show that power, you have to show what?
Wisdom.
So like
why no countries want to mess with America?
Military might.
Yes, power because of their what?
Influence.
Their weapons.
The weapons, right? But it's also give me Revelation 13 and 15.
Gun.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Salakia, sir. It's because he wants to continue to assert his authority. It's the reason why they suppress the actual, images of what's, I heard that Tel Aviv and, other places in the West Bank are getting bombed to piss. But media, media as far as American media, they're not showing that because it's dominated by, the little hats or what have you. But if you look at international news, you'll see the truth with respect to the conflict, and so he's swaying the narrative in his favor to make it seem like he has control. He's the authority, he's trying to maintain, the dominance, over the other side. And it's a false narrative. Salakia.
Yes, it is. Now, what you are saying is, on point. But give me 15.
I don't know what it is, man. This is
Gun.
I have to reboot
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
He what? He had what?
Power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So he is trying to keep his what?
His
Power.
image.
His image.
Gun.
His image. The white man pushes an invincible image. If you are seeing that he is getting bloodied, if you are seeing that he is losing, he is going to lose that image.
So like I said,
Come on.
if I may, Baba Kasha, that's heavy because in Isaiah 14 and 12, when it says, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?" So he's trying to preserve that image right there so that the world and other nations won't see him as weak as he are, like in Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 2 says, "I've made this small among the heathens." Salaki.
Yes, that's it. You understand? Like he is trying to keep his image, because if he loses the image, then what's he's going to lose next?
Power.
Salaki is damn right.
Yes, power.
Yeah.
You understand? His power. So he has to try to keep that image. You understand? He has to try and keep it. Or else, brother, that's why the Bible say he has to be revealed. And what he's doing right now, right, trying to cling on to his image, but at the same time, he is showing what? He's showing his brutal, his most violent, the side that we know, the side that we read about in the Bible.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we know that he's the most violent creature on the planet Earth. And wherever he goes, blood follows. Wherever he goes, animals just somehow start getting extinct. You understand? Wherever he goes, you know what I mean? He's like a cancer on the earth. Like, why would you create a weapon to destroy the earth? You understand? Because you can't be in charge. You've been in charge for over, what, 400 years and counting? Thousands of years now you've been in charge of. And you did a piss poor job on the earth. You can imagine the earth was created for Isupk, where everybody would have been able to be in their city, in their land, with their people, and enjoying life.
Right.
But this oppressor, he is in charge, but for him to enjoy his life, he has to do what? Oppress everybody else. And not just oppress everybody else. He has to now destroy the one people that help him build his kingdom. You understand? He has to do it.
Yeah.
You understand? Now go back to Exodus. What's his name?
Hawan
Tuada.
And the bossa.
Verse 23. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites.
No. Read the verse you was reading before.
Oh, it's like It's the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies.
All right, the Lord want to fight for you, Aqua. He want to fight for you. You understand? We had to give up pork. We have to give up interracial marriage. You understand? We have to give up smoking weed. In other words, we have to give up being what? Sinners.
Yeah, right.
We have to give that life up. Or the Lord is not going to fight for you. Or you'll be doing what Netanyahu doing, begging America to come save him. Begging America to have an off-ramp to save his life and his people's lives. You understand? Like, you want to beg the Lord, but for you to go to the Lord, you have to be doing what he tell you to do. You can't go to the Lord with pork on your breath, Ark.
Right.
Can't do it. You can't be a homosexual and you going to the Lord to beg for what? Beg him for what? No. You think we'll be prancing? Men will be in dress. You understand? Prancing up and down the streets of gold? Nah, brother. The Lord is not having that. The Lord wants you right, like how he made you. You understand? He gave you the book so that you could follow it. This is the book of what? Life, right here. Give it a Bible. He tell you what to do. He tell you how to follow it. He want that. Give him it. You understand? Like these Christians going to church and praying. You know what these Christians praying for? How many of you talk to have families that are Christian? Ask them what they're praying for. Come on.
Till I can say, if I may, Yanaza, your hand was up before mine. Go ahead.
Nah, bro, you go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Two other Christians pray for material things and nothing to do with the Most High or spirituality or their nation. So lucky.
You're right, but I'm talking about right now because, brother, if you're a Christian right now, I would like to hear. Meaning, let me just make it simple. If you're not in the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge, I would like to know what your leader is telling you and how is your leader preparing you for what is coming. The earth is not going back to being the same. It is not. America just unalive the Iranian father, the man who in charge right now, his father, his mother, his wife, his children. I think it's one of his sons. You think he just gonna stop? This is going on.
He already said, so like I said, he already said they're gonna kill him too. They already said it.
That's what I'm saying. So it ain't fitting to stop. You understand?
And so, like I said, if I may,
come on,
Baba Kasha. So he doing all this. He went after Venezuela, like we were talking about earlier, and I saw a clip that he's talking about Cuba is next, and Officer 500, you know what I mean, Kayada one in Jamaica brought out on his TikTok, you know what I mean, a thing where a lot of our people outside and can't get, you know what I'm saying, health care because, you know what I mean, there are no Cuban doctors, no nurses. You know what I mean? The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's it. That's exactly it. Because who he wants you to run to?
Him.
Himself. Yes.
And Salaki, sir.
Come on.
They spending $238 billion per day in this war. Yeah. 238 billion per day.
So like I said, we have a question in the comment.
Come on.
A brother said, Salaki Adawan, young man Justin, asked if you could break down the story of Cain and Abel as it pertains to brotherhood, Salaki.
Right. So Cain and Abel, right? Get that story for me with Cain and Abel. Right. And if young man Justin could be if there's anything specific that he wants to break down there, because I'll just give him it in a nutshell once we read the story.
Yeah,
right? I believe it's Genesis
chapter 2 and verse 3 or something like that.
Yes.
It's a lucky, sir. And
come on.
Later on, I got a question. You know, I don't want to interrupt the flow right now, though, but I got a question.
Come on.
You want me to give it now?
No, let me do this one here first.
Yeah, we can do it later. Come on, sir.
Yeah, so like I said, he's saying that, you know what I mean, as it pertains to brotherhood. So yeah. I'm thinking that he's saying like, you know what I mean, Cain wasn't brotherly to Abel and, you know what I mean, or however.
That's good. Pull it. You have it, Aya?
Last, I don't have it. I can get it right now. So like,
yeah, get it for me.
Come on, sir.
Yeah, remark you're all in class, Bibles and Apocrypha. Come on.
Yes, exactly. If I may, 2 and 2.
Genesis 2 and I think 3.
Yeah, come on. Oh, let me see.
That's a good question. The way the brother asks if the follow through question. He wants to know why Cain didn't show his brother brotherhood. Good question. All right. So let's get to it quick.
My browser messing up. Salaki,
all right. Hold on.
Salaki. I have the scripture, but my browser is messing up. I can't.
Okay, no sweat it. Keyad 1, you could get it?
I have 4 and 8. Now chapter 4, and it said, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
Right. So Cain rose up against Abel his brother. Why did Cain rose up against Abel his brother? Read on.
Verse 9, and the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not.
Wait, tell me, we at Genesis what? 3?
4 and 8, sir.
I got it, sir. I got it. So like, if I may, I got it, sir. So can I start at verse one? Can I start at like verse 2?
Go ahead.
All right. So this is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 2. And she again bare his brother Abel. So Cain was born first in chapter 1, and then she bare his son Abel. And he was the keeper of sheep. And Cain was the tiller of the ground. Verse 3. In the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Most High. Verse 4. And Abel, he also brought the firstlings of his flock and the fat thereof, and the Lord had respect unto Abel and his offering.
Which lets you know that what? What does let you know about Adam and his sons? Come on,
sir.
They knew the law.
Yes, they knew the law. You understand? And they knew what they had to bring before the Lord. Right. Read on.
Can. This is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 5. But Cain and his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth.
Right. So when it says he had not respect, meaning the Lord didn't have respect. Why? Because Cain brought what?
Grass, cabbage,
yes.
lettuce.
Yeah. Yes. You understand? And the Lord wanted what? He wanted an animal, your firstling.
Right.
You understand? The Lord respected Abel. He did not respect Cain. You understand? Read on.
Can. And his countenance fell. Verse 6.
Right? And his countenance fell. And this is what brothers have to pay attention to.
That's right.
You understand? Pay attention to this. Right? Abel did what?
Like I said,
what? Come on.
Abel obeyed
the Most High. Abel did what he was supposed to do. Cain did not do what he was supposed to do.
And so, like I said,
you understand? Come on.
Not to cut you off, but this is the clear indication that is the direct spirit of the white man. They want to do whatever they want to do and don't want to be corrected. They put laws in place, they don't obey it. But they expect everybody else to obey their laws. You know what I mean? Salakia.
That's right. That's right.
Salakia.
Come on, Banker.
Salakia, sir. So even with respect to, regarding Cain, because he was a tiller of the ground, it's okay to teach that he did what he felt was convenient, averse to doing, being obedient, to doing what was required. Salakia.
Yes. So in other words, he did what he wanted to do.
Right.
You understand? As you're saying, he did what was convenient to him. He did not want to have to go till the ground, do the hard work, and then go do what? Sell it and get the flock from his brother.
Right.
You understand?
That is it.
Do the right thing what the Lord said to do. So now, guess what? The Lord will be what? Happy with what you're bringing to him.
Right.
Right? Read on.
Khan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? Verse 7. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Right. So now the Lord is saying what? If you do well, you won't be accepted. I won't accept you. I won't be happy that you're bringing this before me. Read on.
Khan. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
And this is what you have to pay attention to. When you're not doing what the Lord say to do, guess what's lying at the door? What's lying at the door? Read it.
Sin lieth at the door.
Sin is laying right at the door. You understand? And the reason for Cain unaliving Abel was because Cain was what?
So like I said.
Hold on. Let young man Justin. Let young man Justin. Give young man Justin a minute to get it.
Come.
Right? From what we read in here, the Lord accept Abel, the Lord didn't accept Cain's. Right? And Cain was angry, he was sad, he was broken. Right? Read on.
Khan. And if thou doest well, sin layeth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and
right.
thou shalt rule.
Meaning that sin. That sin is going to be your desire, man.
Right.
You understand? That's why it's stupid. For people to blame their actions on other people.
Right.
You understand? Or worse yet, inanimate objects. Well, sir, I was drunk. That's why. Oh, so it's the liquor. And you know, sweat. We gonna make the liquor pay for what it did to you. No. Oh, it's like you said, I was high. Oh, okay. I understand. That's not going to save you.
So like I said,
from come on.
And even like you said, if I may, Babu Kasha, don't blame other people like Adam blamed Eve. You know what I mean? When he could have stood up and resist whatever she brought to him. You know what I mean? Don't
That's
be
right.
a Jaina Salakia.
That's right. And young man Justin said Cain was jealous. Yes, Cain was jealous. And that's what you have to learn, right, from this story. Like, why would you be jealous at your brother?
Right.
Because today he got raised up. You didn't get raised up. You're jealous now. So guess what that jealousy is going to do? That jealousy is going to make you hate your brother just like Cain hate his brother. You understand?
Right.
Right? You're jealous. Why? Because I mean he got all the views, he got more views than you. But Negro, go do what you need to do to get more views.
That's right.
You understand? Go study, go learn. You know what I mean? Go learn how to break your topic down the way it's supposed to be. Go get creative with your stuff. You understand? Don't hate a brother. Don't be jealous of a brother because the Lord is seeing the Lord shining on him. Don't do it.
Right.
Go ask him. Hey, brother, how you doing this? How this getting done?
Right.
This, that, the other. Go sit down and talk to him. Don't sit back and be jealous. You understand? Cain did it. And because he was jealous, guess what Cain did? Cain did the ultimate, you know what I mean, the things that, you know what I mean, you cannot do in here.
Right.
Which is unalive his brother. You understand? And that's why Cain is said to have the spirit of who? The oppressor.
Right.
You understand? He had the spirit of the oppressor. You understand? And that same spirit in Cain went to who? Esau.
Damn right.
You understand? And now Esau is, you know what I mean, is, you know what I mean, you don't need too much history to know that Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You don't need too much history to know that Esau is the so-called white man on the face of the earth.
Right.
Netanyahu is Polish. Once you start understanding the Bible, what Netanyahu and his cabinet and his men are doing is what white people do.
Right.
Which is go cause violence, havoc, and go to bed and sleep normal. And not even, you know what I mean, break a sweat, not even worry about what's going on. You understand? Right? Read on.
Genesis chapter 4 and verse Salakia. Just pull this back up. Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
And that's where you have to pay attention to. And the white man, he is Cain. He's the serpent in the garden.
Right.
He is Lucifer. You understand? He's the devil the Bible speaks of. Why? Because he is doing the exact same thing Cain is doing today.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I have a precept, if I may, Babu Kasha.
Come on.
This is John chapter 8 and verse 44. For ye, Salakia, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Salakia, sir.
That's right. And that's Cain. And that's what the oppressor is doing. The oppressor right now, brother, he put the Crips and the Bloods against each other. He put what's them Latino gangs against the
Vice Lords,
the Vice
MS-13s.
Lords. Yes, he created all of this mess. That's not our culture. You understand? You read the Bible, our culture was to do what? Was to work and look out for each other.
That's right.
We follow the laws. That's why when you read when what's his name? Moses saw the two brothers fighting, he was like, what the hell these two men fighting for?
Right.
Because that's not our culture. Our culture now is not to go create gangs and then go fight each other. You know what I mean? Have in fighting. You understand? To uphold sin. We don't do that.
Right.
But that's the white man's culture. And that's what he's pushing on us. You understand? If you look at what's going on right now in the Middle East, just like a block, niggas fighting on a block. Basically the same thing. Just you have white men in suits.
That's right.
You understand? You have Arabs. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, that's heavy that you said that, because I recently watched or revisited a movie called The Gangs of New York, and it goes in and it shows how the oppressor, like how they created from these clans, they created gangs. They originated that whole red versus the blue, which was the impetus to the whole Democratic and Republican Party, along with the Ku Klux Klan. They are the original gangsters, literally, you know. So they paint false narratives about us being exactly who they are. So
that's it.
Right.
Yeah, because you just go do some research. Yeah, just go 50 years back when he was in slavery. What gang he had in slavery? Oh, the chain gang. We was all part of it. Right? We was all part of it. You understand? Some of us rebel. You understand? But we didn't rebel against each other. But you had Uncle Toms who would try to do what? Sell you out.
Right.
To the oppressor. You understand? And now the oppressor then make a job for these Uncle Toms. You call them politicians. You call them preachers. You understand? Come on.
So, like I said, if I may, can I want to go use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come.
Right. You understand? Now, give me a think. You know what? No. Yaniza, you say you was going to ask a question.
Yes, sir. It's Lucky, yes, sir. It's Ezekiel chapter 20. Let me get there. And verses 45 through 47. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward the south, and drop thy word toward the south, and prophesy against the forest of the south field. Verse 47, and say to the forest of the south, hear the word of the Lord. Thus say,
you understand? I'm gonna have to get this one for you. What you wanted just a breakdown on what's going on here, or something specific?
Yes, just a breakdown, because I understand from 42 on down to 45. You understand? I understand. So then I just want to try to connect it. I was unable to connect it, to the previous scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
I'm gonna get this for you.
The water, sir. I appreciate it.
Just send it from me, and I'll get it.
I'm gonna text it to you, sir.
Yeah.
The water.
I know.
So like I said, I'm back.
Okay, good. Who was holding Second Chronicles for me?
Holding it, sir. I got it, sir. This is the book of This is the book of Second Chronicles, chapter 20 and verse 22. And when they began to sing and to praise, the Lord set ambushments against the children of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir.
You understand? Like now you're seeing, like, we're gonna read stories here where, and of course the biggest story is what? The biggest story that we read about in the Bible where black people never had to raise a finger was the story of what? When we came out of captivity with Moses. But there's stories in the Bible where the Lord, come on.
That's the Passover in the book of Salakia.
Correct. You understand? And that's what, April the 3rd? No, the 4th?
April the 4th.
You all better be there.
Yeah,
you understand? You better be there. Because who knows if this place going to be, lasting around that time, man. By that time, the gas prices, I know the demons going to be through the roof. But we going to have to make it up there. You understand? You got to make it up there, and Aqua. Right, read on.
Okay. And Moab and Mount Seir, which were come against Judah, and they were smitten.
And they were what?
Smitten.
Yeah, Judah didn't go to Esau and beg Esau. You understand? The Israelites didn't go to these other nations and try to make an alliance, you understand, or be diplomatic with them. You understand?
Like it, sir.
Come on.
And also, like Jehoshaphat, when he prayed to the Lord, he saw all of these enemies coming against him.
Yeah.
He did exactly what you said. He prayed. He didn't go to nobody else for help. He prayed to the Lord.
Yeah, that's Israelites. That's how you know you're Israelite. Black people with all the, all the oppression that we have, we pray to the Lord. We genuinely try to pray to the Lord. But because of these preachers, you think your prayer will be answered, without violence. They put it like that. That's the best way I could put it. Without violence. You understand? That's why Christians like to say what? The Old Testament to what? It's to what?
Strict.
Not too strict. The Old Testament is to what? They say that to Yaniza.
Violent.
It's too violent. It's too bloody. You understand? Well, and it's all in there is the Lord trying to show you He gonna fight for you. He gonna be on your side. You're gonna be going to war, but guess what? He's going to be fighting with you. Or sometimes you don't go to war at all, and your enemies just what? Fight against each other. Like what you're seeing right now. Black man, Hispanic man, and First Nation man, if you're listening to this class right now, do not go join that military. That's right. Do not go join it right now. Do not go give your life for men who are less than you. You understand? Mm-hmm. Come give your life for men who better than you. You understand? Come do that. But do not go join their war. There's a book I wanted to bring up. Read a little bit on this, a little bit more. Let me get a book.
So like I said,
come on.
Before the brother go, I got. Can I plug in 2 recommendations of 2 books that can help our brothers and sisters, Bible Shah, because you had recommended it on a Wednesday class. I remember one of the books, but this is one of the books that I had for a while. It's still in good condition. It's called The 13th Tribe. It'll tell you everything you need to know about the white man, where he came from, and what he's done. 13th Tribe by Arthur Kessler.
And where's the other one?
And then the other one, this is a beautiful read, Brainwash.
Yeah.
This right here, open your eyes. So like I said, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and I think that one was from a brother.
This one here is from a brother. This one right here.
Yeah, the
author, Baba Shah. Who's the author?
The author is Tom Burrell. And put it closer to the screen.
Like it, Tom Byrne, B-U-R-E, Tom Burrow.
Burrell.
Yeah, I see it. The water.
And about.
Yep. I'm trying to get.
They're serious. So like I said.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep. Hold on. Hold on. No, right? I'm gonna just speed you up to some of the things, right? Right. This book here is called The Second. You understand? The second, which is the Second Amendment. And what's the Second Amendment?
Freedom of speech, freedom to carry weapons, right?
Yes. All right. Right. The so-called the First Amendment is speech. The second is your weapon. Because if somebody's stopping you from speaking, the next thing you have to do is what? Pick up arms. That's according to their book. You understand? According to their constitution, basically. Because they'll put it in there. All right. Now, let me see if I could get to this here, boy. Because it's a lot. Right? Now, I'm gonna put it on the screen, right? I'm gonna show you. We're just trying to and read through some of it quick. Hold on. Is it? Let me see screen. Okay. Yeah. You can see it there. You can put it on the screen. Zab. Oh yeah. Oh, he's done there. Okay, Tawada.
Yes, sir.
All right. You still right there. And somebody go to Judges 7:21. Judges 7:21. Right? Now read this right here. I think I'm gonna just play on mute, right? You have a feedback coming in. Yanis, who can see it on the screen?
I can read it.
You can read it. Go ahead and read it.
It says, in 1776.
No, really highlighted part.
Okay, how are they going to finance, much less fight, a full-scale war against a foe that was superior in manpower and naval and army technology, and, as some have argued, in seasoned military leaders?
You understand? Like, this is back then, right? In 76. And this is when what? America, right? So-called America was fitting to fight who? Britain. You understand? And all these other, remember, there was the Spaniards, the French, right? That they had to fight off the land. And that also happened in the Caribbean. If you do the history on any country in the Caribbean, you will see that they had the Spaniards first, I think the French, and then the English came in. Britain came in after. You understand? And now they're wondering how they're going to finance this war. You understand? How are they going to, tackle this war? Why? Because with war, you need what? You need money, and you need what? You need money, and you need what? Come on.
Manpower. So like I said.
Come on.
You still hearing the feedback?
Hold on, let me see. No.
Okay, count.
Yes, you need manpower, because why? You could have all the planes in the world. Yes, you need men. You could have all the planes in the world, all the tanks in the world. If you don't have men to drive those tanks goes nowhere. Those planes goes nowhere. You need it. You understand? Now, skip down to the other highlighted part there.
Sir. There was a major problem with the formulation However, the South, which was now more dependent economically, politically, and culturally on human bondage than the northern colonies were, balked. South Carolina, where more than half the population was black, insisted that the rationale behind a head count was faulty.
Was what? Was faulty. You understand? And what you're reading about here too is when I think King George III was in charge of England, and America was trying to break away from Britain. You understand? And now America trying to come up with a way to defeat the Englishmen. You understand? Right? Read from right. Let me see. Yeah, read from right here.
Okay. Pungently replied that there was some difference between slaves and sheep.
So now they're doing what? They're having an argument. Right? They're having a full out argument. Salakiyam thing. Hold on.
You want me to start at owners?
No, hold on. I think I'm doing something here that I'm messing up. Okay. Read from right here where it said Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. Sir. Benjamin Franklin, the grand old man among the patriots, sat there in the Second Continental Congress listening, and then pungently replied that there was some difference between slaves and sheep, as sheep will never make a revolution.
Read on.
Stung by Franklin's all too accurate insight, South Carolina's delegates countered with the ultimate threat. If the northern states insisted on this point, there is an end of the Confederation. Pennsylvania and its compatriots could fight this war against the British alone without the South.
Right. So you see what's going on here. And that's why people, if they allow us to do our own history, like to have black people teach black people, just like you have black men teaching black men the Bible. Yeah, Commander General, the generals, teaching us the Bible. Black men. Now you don't have to what? You don't have to come up with what? A narrative. You don't. You don't have to come. You will come up with what? The truth. What really happened? What really transpired? You understand? Because lo and behold, for years they've been telling us what? They've been telling us that what? Abraham Lincoln freed the slave. That the Civil War was to free us. But when you go do the history, when you go read books like this and see and do your research, you seeing that is the North and South having a full out fucking what? Excuse my language. Argument. You understand? There's full of politics taking place. But you caught in the middle. You understand? They're saying, one side saying here's a sheep. You understand? The other side saying here's what?
You're a man.
You're a man. Why? Why?
Because in the war,
the side that's saying you're a sheep. Why is he saying you're a sheep?
Because to him, you're cattle and your only usage is like an animal.
So why is he saying that? For what? What's the reason?
Because that's his support system. That's where he gets his money.
That's his economics.
Constant.
That's how he gets rich. I know the side that's saying yeah, man, is the side that's saying for what?
To use him in the war, to use him as fodder, they used to call it.
Yes.
So like I said,
come on.
So in essence, both of them saying the same thing.
Okay. It's okay, not really.
Okay, so right? Let me rephrase my statement. So in essence, both of them using us for whatever purpose they need. So
that's it. That's it. You understand? Come on.
So, yes, sir. Can I pull a precept briefly?
Yes, come on.
The book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. This is speaking with respect to the spirit of what's happening with this article you just pulled. There was division from the inception of the creation of America.
Right.
Yes.
See eye to eye, all the delegates and all these congressional whatevers, they could not agree on any point at any given time. And that's the consensus with respect to America. That's why they have, Congress and the Senate and the House and all this division, Republicans against the Democrats and conservatives against liberals. This house is going to fall. It's predestined to fall, according to what the Bible says. Salakia.
That's right.
Damn right.
And what we're going to see here is that when the oppressor wants to use you, he makes you look like a what? When he wants to use you. No, okay. If he uses you as make you look like a pawn, that is going to discourage you from wanting to help. Right? If somebody makes you look like you're a pawn, would you want to even engage?
Sir. So he makes you look like more important or like a man to him. More so like a man.
So like
come on.
I was gonna say he make them look like heroes.
Yes. And that's where he go get your black leaders now to try and make you do what? Make you feel good about being an American. But this making you feel good about being American is just temporary because he wants to what? Use you. So remember, Donald Trump took the history of black men in the military out of I believe the museum, right? I think he took it out of the White House, some of it out of the White House too. You understand? Like they were degrading black people. They tell Hispanics that what? That they illegal. Yes, Jarrell, that's it. Flattery. That's exactly what your president is fitting to do. In a few days, in a couple hours, when he realized he's going to need men. And one thing he's going to realize about his people, he's going to realize that his people are cowards. You understand? He's going to realize that he doesn't have the money to pay his men. You understand? And guess who is going to come? Black people more patriotic than these white men. These white men do not love America. They love what America could give them. But if America can't give them anything, they're going to turn on America. But brother, America ain't giving you nothing. America giving you something. You love America. So who more patriotic?
So like I said,
come on.
If I may, recently I've seen a lot of videos with ex-military Caucasian men telling the black community, don't send your babies over there. And this one Edomite, he said he had 5 friends. 3 of them were black and 2 were white, and all of them unalived themselves because of the trauma that they face over there, the PTSD they have to deal with when they come over here, and they're getting no help whatsoever. They actually warning our people not to go into, you know what I'm saying, this foolishness that Agent Orange had going on, you know what I mean? Salaka, that was
Salaka, sir.
Come on.
Like this whole, like when Jesse Jackson died, right? That whole charade, that show that they put on was in alignment with this because that's designed to make black people feel a part of, like we still in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was about.
Right.
And that's going along. If we feel that we're in it, then we'll feel like we need to fight for it.
That's it. That's exactly it. You understand? Give me Judges 7 and 21. Right? And these stories we're going to, we're just going to piece of it. When you all have time, go ahead and read these stories, man. Because we in this time and we in right now. I mean, the Bible is all, year round. but there's certain precept you could go to based on the time that that's all the situations that's taking place on the earth. Like right now, all your World War III scriptures is on and popping. It's on and popping right now. Why? Because you could see it could go there. You understand? Right now, they're blowing up desalination plants. You know what desalination plants is?
Sir.
You have an idea?
Yes, I know what it is, sir. Okay, so
what
the Middle East, they're short on water, so they need to turn the salt water into potable water. And they have plants, large plants that do that. And so that's the strategy, to starve them out or to thirst them out.
Yes. Because why? Because they know that what? They know that what?
You can only have water.
Yeah, how long you can live without water?
About 3 days. 3 or 4 days.
You understand? They know it. But they don't understand the man who they're fighting against, he is an animal. He don't have a conscience. And he will do all of that. Why? So that you die and he lives.
Right.
You understand? He is bombing an oil refinery, knowing that it's going to be catastrophic on the ecosystem in your country, and he still does it because he wants 20 years down the road your sons and daughters to die of cancer or some disease. Like you think he just fighting for today? No, that's why with that nuclear weapon hit you. You know what I mean? Get what they call it, explodes on the earth. You can't grow food there for what? For years. That's why it's so stupid to go build a bomb that will literally destroy the earth.
Right.
You understand? Right? Give me judges. Who are judges to me?
I got it, sir.
So, go ahead.
Okay.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7 and verse 21. And they stood every man in his place around about the camp. And all the host ran and cried and fled.
You understand? This is another battle. This one is with Gideon. Brother. I'm telling you. These so-called Israeli, these Polish people, these Eastern European people that call themselves Israelites, they're cowards. They're right now where in bomb shelters are.
Right.
They be needing the earth like rats in a hole. You understand? You see them big rat? You know what I mean? They're down inside a hole, hiding.
So like I said.
You understand? Come on.
Yeah, them New York style rats. Ain't no slide to Tabawan and Yanaza. Just New York got the biggest rats I've ever seen in my life. So like,
we don't claim them, man. We don't claim them. We didn't bring them over here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Tel Aviv had the biggest rats.
You're right. Count.
Like you, sir.
Come on.
For that.
So like you said about me, when you say they are cowards, sir, you are so on point. Because remember, the most cowardly, or one of the most cowardly things recorded in the Bible is what they did at the rear of our caravan, man.
Yes.
Right.
That's one of the most cowardly things I ever read in my entire life, sir.
And that was who? That was Amalek. No, Amalek is telling other people they Amalek. That's how diabolical they are, because they're in control of the narrative.
That's
right. But when you look at the people on the earth today, the so-called Jewish man, he fit the characteristics of Amalek.
Right.
You understand? You know what I mean? He love his life. You understand? And he will choose, you know what I mean, to unalive anybody. You understand? And it will just he'll sleep.
As long as he has the advantage.
That's it. Once he had the
fight.
Yeah. Yes. One of the one of the politicians, he is crying right now. I took my crying and saying what the Iranians doing right now, you know what I mean, it has to stop. It has to stop, because brother, you know what it is to hear. Okay, it's one thing to hear gunshots, but it's another thing to hear bomb, because those bombs, your body more than likely rocks. I mean, them brothers who was in Isupk military knows the impact of those bombs. Those bombs is traumatic. You understand what I'm saying? And you hearing that every freaking day. Oh man. Lord be with those rats in Tel Aviv, Zach.
Good night.
You know what I mean? At
So
least they have holes to crawl in. Come on.
I think a sister got a quick question. If you want to entertain it, or we could just move
on. No, go ahead. Read it.
Yeah, she said, Salaka, sir, how do I reconcile my doubts with my faith?
Give me a little more.
Sis, go ahead and explain a little bit more so Cap can answer your question. Salaka.
Yeah, see what Cole was saying? It's life changing. I bet. I bet is, you know what I mean, is so life changing it could call for pampers. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
I'm telling you. Come on.
And the most evil part about it is once you get accustomed to feeling it, it don't even bother you. That's when you know you're going insane, Cap.
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you. And black people should not go and fight for these people.
Right.
We need you here. We fighting a war right here, right now.
That's right.
You understand? We fighting a war right here, right now. We need to get brothers off these streets, out these gangs. You understand? We unaliving each other because, yeah, I mean, of course there's some beef going on, but we could come and we could correct that within ourselves. But the oppressor will not do it. Let us do it. You understand? He's not allowing us to do it. He didn't allow us to do it. Why? Because we had what? We had Black Wall Streets all over America, where we stick to ourselves, build our economy up, and guess what happened? He came in and destroyed every Black Wall Street was destroyed by the oppressor.
That's right.
It was destroyed by the oppressor. Everyone. Like you think the Chinese man, and that's his way of what I call mowing the lawn, basically. You understand? Like he comes in, destroys, you send you back 10 years. Well, black people, we back what? 400 years? You understand? With that mentality we have.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where we walk past each other, see each other, and sometimes we so out of it, we don't speak to each other right. And then when we see our oppressor, the oppressor smiling at you, like, you know, I mean, showing all teeth, and you think he is, you know, I mean, you feel comfortable with that. When he is the devil,
right?
And he's only smiling, you understand? Because that's what it's called for. He's not destroyed. Well, in here, you're gonna come in and you're gonna learn how to deal with each other right. You understand? I'm gonna just give it a broad thing, right? So the sister asks what? So like here, so how do I reconcile my doubts with my faith? Right? Now, go to where Christ, I think it was in Matthew 16:1. You remember Matthew 16:1?
Can I one come?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven.
And this is what we have to watch out for, right? Doubt coming when there's an exit. You think there's an exit plan in motion. You understand? When if this is what you're in, this is what it is, this is what it is. You know what I mean? That narrow, that straight and narrow path you're on. But doubt comes in when, well, my mom is a Christian, my dad is a Christian, and they're all fine. My cousin is a Muslim, and he's just fine. Because you start looking, and seeing. You understand? We say what the Isupk prophesied that the earth was going to end in the year 2000. It didn't, and guess what, brothers? What and sisters? What ran out the truth because they didn't have faith. They doubted their faith. You understand? It's the same thing. Just think about a relationship. A woman is not going to give her all in a relationship if there's what? Doubts in there. And there's always in her mind an exit plan. So
Right.
guess what? I'm not giving you everything. I'm not giving you my I'm just giving an example. This is not to say she's not your woman if she doesn't do this. All right. The one, you know what I mean, try and misconstrue what I say, and now I had to get a call when I come on from class. So like, yes, my woman is not doing this, that. All right. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just giving an example. You understand? She's not giving you the password to her account. She's not giving you the bank card digits. She's not, you know what I mean? Whatever you want, she's not giving you. She's just going against everything you're saying, or picking and choosing what she wants. She picking and choosing what she wants. Why? Because there's doubts that you know what I mean? There's doubts. When you can't be doubt for what? It should have been doubt before you open your leg.
Right.
Should have been like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this as yet. Hold on. Let's get counseling on this first. You understand? But there ain't none of that. There's you're in heat. You understand? And your instinct is to open your leg. You know what I mean? Or as a man, is for you to what? To go in. You understand? Well, the doubt should have started before. You understand? Right?
Come on.
But somehow when it comes to the truth, you know what I mean, there's doubt. Somehow when you're in the Christian church, ain't no doubt. But when it comes to the truth, now there's doubt popping up.
And so like I said,
come on.
If I may, that's heavy because, you know, a lot of times, every time a brother or sister, like I was in the world, so I can say that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that you really need to do is the thing that you despise. And then I learned that coming into the truth. Once it sounds like something that is not good for you, is exactly what you need, which is the Robitussin that tastes bitter, and it will clear your throat and clear your sinus. You know what I mean? Salakia.
That's right. That's why we tell you when we come in here to go do what? Go do the research. Don't take what I'm telling you.
Right.
Don't take what the teacher telling you for as goal. Go do your research, man. Go do it. And then come back with your questions.
Right.
You understand? Right? Read on.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew chapter 16 and verse 2. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather.
Right. So this is Christ cutting them, saying, guess what? You could look up in the sky and see when it's going to rain. You can look up in the sky and see, well, you know, today going to be a nice day. It'll be nice outside. Could go for a jog. Could go walk the dog. Read on.
Khan. When it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. Verse 3. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites.
Oh, you what?
Oh, ye hypocrites.
And that's where you had to ask yourself, am I a hypocrite?
Right.
Am I one? Like these Sadducees and Pharisees. Read on.
Khan. The book of Matthew chapter 16, verse 3 at the end. Ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
The signs of you can't discern the signs of the time, what's going on right now? You can't do it. You understand? to be in doubt. Remember, the Bible say you can't have what?
So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
two masters.
You can't have two masters. And this is something, I mean, Commander General, burn into our heads. Life is about what?
Warfare.
War. Yeah, brother. You understand?
War.
War. Mm-hmm. Because he knows.
Right.
Once you get up, you know what I mean? Your Lord spare life every morning. You get up, it's a war taking place. You understand? You better win that fight.
Right.
You have all the tools necessary. You have a phone, you have the Bible, you have brothers. Make use of them.
Right.
You understand? You have everything. You have all the tools necessary to fight. You understand? Doubt comes in when you do what? You think there's a way out of this. You're going to have to come into the truth and say, what? I'm going to die in here. You understand? I'm going to die in here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you can't come in here and be like, well, you know what? Well, this brother doing this sister doing this. Well, did you go to here and there alone? Did you do what you're supposed to do? No. Well, maybe brothers are not like that. That's not what we teach in school. That's not how you're supposed to behave. Maybe. But you looking for what? Looking for excuse. Majority of brothers leave this school because they want to get high. It's as plain and as simple as that.
Like I said.
Majority of sisters leave this school because a man could have more than one woman. You leave. Or you want to get high too.
Right.
You understand? You leave. Now doubt started kicking. You read what? Oh, a man can have as much woman. Maybe this is not. No. Yeah, this is it. A man could have more than one woman. He could have as much as he wants. He could have as much woman as how many sneakers he has. You understand? And with that responsibility, Black man, Hispanic man, and First Nation man, you better not go be irresponsible with it, because you're going to have to pay for your irresponsibility. You're going to have to pay. I'm going to be up 2 o'clock in the morning trying to out your fire, trying to quell your fire. You understand? Commander J. I'm going to be up worrying about you. Why? The general's going to be up worrying about you. Why? Because you don't make a bad decision. You don't want to come and sit down in here, study, learn. You understand? And then let the school, Commander J. Hanna, do the choosing for you. There ain't no sweat. But then that's where the doubt going to come in. Because doubt never comes in to the fact where maybe I'm the problem. Maybe not the school. Maybe I'm the problem.
Right.
You understand? And sinners never see themselves as being the problem. Sinners always see what? Other people as being the problem. You understand? Other people. You know what I mean? They'll blame the pork. They'll blame the pig. Why the pig had to be so taste so good? You understand? You blaming the pig instead of you blaming the person that eating the pig. You understand? I think that was it on that, right?
Canada one cancer.
Give me where it say where a man can have more than a man can have more than one master. Let's read that.
Check that out real quick.
All right. And then Yannis, finish reading Judges for me. And I think I think is it Maga War had a question, right? Yeah, I think he had it here. So look up, was there a reason for why Yahushua didn't have children? Okay, the Bible doesn't give a reason, but it states that You know what I mean? Some brothers have that gift to go without a woman. You understand? Just like Paul had that gift. You understand? To go without it. That's what it's, you know what I mean? He basically tell you. You know what I mean? It's a gift if you could go with, you know what I mean, without. You understand? But it doesn't make mention of him not wanting to have, you know what I mean, children. You know what I mean? He knows he just wanted to be what? Focus all the way in. You understand? Because now you go have a family. Now, you know what I mean? Of course, this has to be a one wife, but you still have what? A responsibility outside. You understand? Of the school. You understand? You know, these men, Paul and give me where what you find it
Another one, cancer.
Go ahead and read it. Let me see.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
No man can serve two masters. None. That's doubt. You understand? That's where the doubts start to come in. It's either you're going to come into this truth and serve the Lord, or you're going to be out just serving the white man.
Right.
Ain't no way, two ways about it. Like other so-called fake Israelite group think what? They're serving the Lord. You're not serving the Lord. You're serving the oppressor.
That's right.
You're working for him. You're not working for the Lord. Because the Bible clearly tells you that the Lord we serve is not the author of confusion. The Lord you serve, he only deals with one man at a time. One. You can have this leader here, then who is the sheep going to follow? You're going to scatter the sheep. Right? Read.
Another one can. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other.
That's it. Like there's black and white. There's no in between. There's no, well, I could be in the truth and then do what? Smoke weed. You mean every once in a while.
Right.
That it doesn't go like that. If you're in the truth, then you're gonna do what the Lord said to do. We don't condone smoking weed. We don't condone interracial marriage. We don't do these things. You understand? We don't eat crab, shrimp, and lobster. You understand?
That's right.
We're not just Israelites on the weekend or on weekdays, and then on the weekends we go to the strip club. No. And what I call them, the Bible porn group. We're not that.
Night.
We're not them. We're not that type. You understand?
Say no to pedophilia, Salakia.
Yes. We don't do that. Right? Read on.
Another one can. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24 at the end. You cannot serve God and mammon.
Say that one more time.
You cannot serve God and mammon.
You can't serve God and mammon. Meaning what? You can't serve the Most High and what? Money. You can't serve the Most High and what you want to do outside of the Most High. You can't do that. All right? All right. I think that was it on that.
Come on, sir. Salakia, sister, I have a question.
Come on.
She said, Salakia, sir, are there spiritual gifts or is that from Christianity?
Okay. There are spiritual gifts. What are spiritual gifts? You understand? Where some brothers, you know what I mean, have what? You know what I mean? They how to put it? That to explain it, you know what I mean? Okay. There are brothers that do have spiritual gift. Commander Jerry Hanna is one of them. You understand? There's certain brothers that with it, that have it. You understand? What the Christian church calls spiritual gift is not what spiritual gift is. You understand? Remember, these Christians, their spiritual gift is what? One of their spiritual gift is hashkalabab coming in the Honda.
Speaking in what?
You understand? Nah, I get that from Abraham. I try to take that from Abraham.
He be to what with though.
Yeah. You understand? I try to steal a little something from Abraham. But that's their spiritual gift. That's one of their spiritual gifts. When we know that's not a language, that's them talking in gibberish. That's babbling. Come on.
So like I said, that's heavy you brought that up, because even like the brother in Canada, right? He speak French, he speak Creole, he speak English, right? That's tongues. That's actual tongues, not the hashkala bashkala foolishness that the Christian church does. So that was a tuab. That was tuab that you said that.
And that's there's a gift.
Right.
You understand? But there are spiritual gift. You know what I mean? I don't have it. You understand? But Commander Johanna, he sure, you know what I mean, has it. You know what I mean? It's something, you know what I mean, he does. You know what I mean? Whatever comes out, Commander Johanna, about you better, I mean, you better listen to it and listen to it real good.
Right.
You understand? To obey that man. You understand? If you know what, good for yourself. Any more? Because I just have a few more things. Come on.
That was it. That was it, sir. On the Matthew scripture. And if I may, Baba Kusha, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta cut and go to
so you go ahead. We're gonna finish it off here.
Okay, Khan. Hey, Yabashmi Shabrakatam.
Just
give you a call after the class.
No. Put it in the private. Put it in the private. The links that you have. Put it in the private chat. The links for the if you're able to. If not, don't sweat it.
I already uploaded to the actual StreamYard, so it is in there. So they just gotta go to the media access thing and then go to videos, and it's in there.
Okay, no sweat.
Okay, come on, sir. I hand it by my Lord. All right, shalom. Long Christ.
Shalom. Long Christ. Fayetteville. Somebody go to say something in Fayetteville.
Con, sir. Salak is for the question that Trooper Mago War had about Christ. There's a precept for it. It's Matthew 19:12. It says, "For there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men, and there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake."
That's it.
Comic-Con, sir.
Well, finish it.
Comic-Con. It says, "He that is able to receive it, let him receive it." That was it.
You understand? Yes, that's itself. Like Christ, you know what I mean? Like he was a eunuch for what? For the kingdom's sake. Like he sacrificed his entire life for his brothers and sisters. He sacrificed it. You know what I mean? He didn't have time to take on the responsibility of having a wife and a family. You know, a physical wife and a physical family. You understand? But he went and created a family. And he said, what? Who is my mother? Who is my brother? They that do the will of the Father. He created that family. You understand? You know what I mean? Like so many of us that's going to, you know what I mean, not have that family in the world and come in here and have, you know what I mean, a family like you never had in your life. You understand? Where, you know what I mean, there's no arguing, there's no hate. None of that is in here. You have an issue with it, brother, you know how to go deal with that. You can't deal with it, you have counsels. You have counsel to get that taken care of. You understand? Tawada, hold on. He's Quadam. Tawada.
Are you on the bus, sir?
All right. Hold on. Let's get this here, right? A few more minutes and then I'll let you all out. Hold on. Yeah, you can read. You can see this right here. Right here.
Okay. The planters.
Yes.
Okay, sir. The planters responded to this challenge by adopting a three-part strategy to break the will, or at least the ability to fight, of a people which had been snatched from their homeland and brutalized, and who were overwhelmingly hostile to those who controlled their labor.
All right, read on.
In a series of moves that would scar the United States well into the 21st century, colonial Virginia deployed this triad of brutal control. It denied the enslaved the right to bear arms.
And that's one, and that's another thing you have to pay attention to also too. Like black people like to think we ought to, slavery to the point where we drop our guard. You understand? And these oppressors able to come in and destroy us as a people. You understand? Where we're not able to see that Uncle Tom. We're not able to see the Jay-Z's. We're not able to see the Oprahs. Like, just imagine, we the only people who are role models. Who does the white man put up as role models for us?
Entertainers.
Yes. Like, come on. That's all we could do? So you tell me we can't have doctors, we can't have lawyers, we can have people who, who have, great use in society. So we had to depend on other nation doctors. We can depend on black doctors. I'm looking for a black doctor right now. With the black doctors, with the black dentists.
Good luck, Ottawa.
You understand? Like it's a handful. It's where that's because a brother, if he's in the hood, he is trying to be Allen Iverson. He's trying to be Jordan.
That's right.
A sister in the ghetto, she's trying to be Nicki Minaj. She's trying to be what's the other sister name? Cardi B. Those they have been, you better than them. If you can see behind what they're doing behind closed doors, you are better than them. You understand? Aspire to be a doctor, aspire to be a teacher, aspire to be an Israelite,
That's right.
Black Hebrew Israelite. You know what I mean? We call this what? The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Come in here. You want role models? Look at Commander Johanna. Best role models for you right now. All these generals. You know what I mean? Great examples. We need men like that put up so black people could see and be like, you know what? I want to be like that.
That's right.
I want to be like that. These beautiful sisters we have in the school. We want young sisters in the ghetto to look up and see our sisters and be like, I want to be like that sister with her head wrap and that dress on. I don't want to be like Cardi B. I don't want to be like Nicki Minaj with half your breasts out. You understand? Yeah, behind out. You on stage in a Victoria's Secret, gown. With a panty and your bra and some see-through. And now my daughter gonna look at that and want to be like that. Like, that is trash. Salakia. You understand? But that is what it is. You understand? You wonder why brothers aspiring to be drug dealers? Because you have entertainers who singing about being drug dealers.
That's right.
That's what they're pushing. You understand? Like, that's what they're doing. Why? Because they want to further keep us destroyed. They are constantly scared of us. Just imagine back then, they've been trying to take your guns away. They've been trying to do it. You understand? When all you want is to have the same rights the white man has. That's all you want. You want to go hunting. You want to go recreational shooting. You want to do the same thing he have. But in the back of his mind, you with a gun, you are a problem. Why? Because now he's looking at all these gangs that's shooting and unaliving each other. When, guess what? I see a big gang right now in the Middle East that's dropping bombs on children. You understand? But you gonna look at us and try to make us look like the worst thing on the planet Earth. You unaliving babies right now. They try to kill the Ayatollah, unalive the Ayatollah, and wipe out a family. But we bad. We shooting up the block. Ain't no Negro driving oil prices up. Who driving the oil prices up? When I go to the gas tank. The drugs the same price. Yeah, the drugs the same price year round. Ain't no inflation when it comes to drugs. But that gas tank and the grocery store, oh, it's going up. Because these white people, you know what I mean, is a bunch of gangsters. You understand? In suits and tie. You understand? You have the president telling you he might have to unalive this leader on national television. He's saying it, but he's allowed to say it.
And so, like you said, come on, it's against international law that what he's doing too.
Yes, it is, but he will break it. You understand? Read on.
It denied the enslaved the right to bear arms, ignored the right to self-defense for Black people, and put in place a large-scale military machinery that the militia to crack down on any conspiracies or uprisings.
You understand? Like you brother, there are thousands of uprisings. You think Black people just took this slavery and lay down? No, we did not.
Right.
We fought back.
And so, like you sir, we rebelled against God.
Yeah.
So what they think we just gonna lay down for them? We know that that's not our spirit at all. We know that.
Yes. You understand? We fought back, but the problem is the Lord was not with you, and he will not be with you if you don't do what he said to do. I'm not telling you to go pick up guns. No, the Lord, we read it in the Bible where the Lord say he's going to fight. You read where brothers went to fight, and guess what happened? Yanis, are you reading this right now? K1, get Judges 7 and 21 for me.
Gun.
All right. Yanis, continue reading. Tell me when you have it, K1.
As early
7 and 21, sir?
Yes.
Gun. Obviously.
Go ahead.
Gun. This is the book of Judges, chapter 7 and verse 21. And they stood every man in his place round about the camp. And all the hosts ran and cried and fled. So,
read on.
Verse 22. And the 300 blew the trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the hosts.
Right? Meaning what? The Lord had these enemies fight against each other. And we sat back and watched them destroy each other. And then came in and did what? Just the rest, we just wipe out. This oppressor read all of this act, and now he's actually doing it to them Arabs across there. He wants them Arabs to go against each other, and guess what? Now he's going to be the power in the Middle East. He's going to be. It's just like what he have us doing. Like right now, you go ask a Black man, what's his nationality? That's that simple question. What's your nationality? He gonna tell you he African. Some gonna say I'm African American. Some gonna hit you the Muslim. Some gonna hit you the Christian. Some gonna hit you the Moorish. Some gonna hit you the Pan-African. Which lesson you know what? That we not together. And their work to divide us, it's working. It's working, clearly.
And so, like it, sir,
come on.
They've gotten us to accept like the divisions, like it's normal. They say we're not monolithic and all of this kind of thing, like it's all right for us to be divided, you know?
That's right. Khan. That's correct. Give me No, give me 2 Thessalonians 2:11. Right? Give me 2 Thessalonians. Now, Yanisa, continue reading this to me. Hold that for me, Cad one.
As early as 1639, Virginia prohibited Africans from carrying guns because what the white Southerners feared the most was an armed black man, unafraid to retaliate against both the system of slavery and those who fought to defend it.
Right, which meaning they wanted us to do what? They wanted us, they knew that we didn't accept it. But today, some of us fully accept that. Not saying, I'm not inciting that we should go get guns. And I have to say it over and over, because I know they're listening. We're not saying that. But it's this here is to show you that black people wasn't as docile as you think back then. You understand? It was not. Right? Let me see. No, finish this part right here, Yanisa. Where it said nevertheless. Nevertheless,
insurrections, scares rocked the colony in 1687, 1709, 1710, 1722, 1723, and 1730.
Which lets you know what? You could not put it in our hands. There is going to be a revolution. And that's when Christ coming back. There is going to be a revolution, like it or not. You understand? Like it or not, a black man with an afro is coming out of them skies. You understand? And we'll see how your guns and them fear when he comes out of the sky. Right? Read this part right here.
It was an illusion, despite the precautions.
No, Silaki, read this part right here with plantation.
Okay, sir. Plantation owners were thus notorious for barbarities such as scalding, burning, castrating, and extracting the tongues or eyes of slaves.
Like, you understand what we went through? Like, okay. Like, for us to be, like, at this stage, what we went through was, you know what I mean? Like, if we were to get these documents, you know, the white man, he liked to write down all the notorious thing he did to us. And we also get to read it out. Now you will understand how destroyed black people is. And you won't get so much angry when you try to show them in the Bible who they are. You understand? You won't get, you know what I mean, angry and say, you know what, these niggas are going to die. Yeah. You won't get angry because you will understand that we went through something so horrific no other nation went through it. None whatsoever. You understand? Read on.
That combination of the insatiable desire for enormous profits, coupled with the sadistic brutalization of bonded African labor, created an overwhelming fear among whites of the enslaved capacity and desire for retribution.
Because that's all they're thinking right now is retribution.
God.
That's what they're thinking right now, retribution. And retribution to the point whereas they implement ways for us to fall into traps so that what? Now we could do what? Commit abortions. Now we doing what? We unaliving us, fighting against each other, unaliving ourselves.
Taking drugs.
We doing the work for them. You understand? But when you come in here, you try to do what? You try to show your brothers and sisters that there's another way out of this. There's somebody who you could blame for the situation you're in. You understand? And that's the white man the devil the Bible speaks of. If you didn't know. That's who you blame for your situation. You understand? Black people, along with white people, like to tell us what? See, you want to blame me white man for everything? Yes, I will, because it's his fault. Do you know what? Have you ever read what they did to us in slavery? Who paid for it? Who paid for it? Read on.
Salakis. The colony. Salakia. Okay.
No, you go ahead. You can read that.
The colony then reorganized. No.
No, just for time's sake, you could read from right here.
Okay. The colony then reorganized its militia, banning even, this is for these Uncle Tom, banning even the trusted slaves who were supposed to help fend off the threat to white colonial Carolinians by incursions from the Spanish in Florida as well, and the Creek and other indigenous people.
Yes. So now guess what they do? They went and get certain black men who will do what? Who will take money? Yes. Who will take money to do what? To now turn their back on their people. You understand? Will come and sit down with you and think, oh yeah, you're right, black power. And this time he is doing what? He going and saying down with the oppressor and telling him everything you all doing, everything you're planning on doing. That's why we tell you black people, oh, they come in here, man. Come in and see what we're doing. Come in. I bet you you're gonna be shocked. You understand? Read on.
It's not on the screen anymore, sir.
No. Sorry. K1. Read that. Read where you're at right now.
So like finish reading Judges or go to 2 Thessalonians.
No, the 2 Thessalonians 1.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 11. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie.
Right? That they should what?
That they should believe a lie.
Yeah. And what's that lie they believe in right now?
So like Christianity. You know what I mean?
Yes, Christianity. Islam. That's it. Correct. And also too, what they're pushing. What are these so-called oppressors, these politicians pushing? That what? That Trump is who? What is saying Trump? Who they saying Trump is?
They say Trump is God sent. That's funny as hell.
That is delusional. Yeah. You are in. Yeah, I mean you are. How to put it? You ain't seeing right. You ain't seeing straight. We just tell them you need glasses. You're not seeing straight, right? And what they say about this war? What do some of the politicians like Lindsey Graham saying about the war? This is for what? This is to bring, and they say they want this, they want to bring Armageddon in so that what? Christ could return?
And even the military is saying that this is the war to bring Christ back and for Christianity to overcome. Yeah.
Yes, they're delusional. Because the Bible tells you what? That day is going to be a gloomy day. And if you're a small heart, how you could say what? Christ, because remember the Christians saying what? This is the what coming of Christ. The second coming of Christ. The Israelis don't even believe, the Jewish people don't even believe Christ came. So what are you trying to tell me? You're delusional. You understand? Read on.
Verse 12. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
That they will be what?
Damned.
Damned. Meaning what?
Salakia, does that mean cursed or destroyed?
That's it. Destroyed.
Condemned.
Yes, damn. When somebody say a damn to that, meaning what? You're gonna die.
And then, okay.
Yeah. They're going to the Middle East to do what? They are damned in the Middle East. They're going to die. That's what we've been telling them. You know what I mean? Commander Jerry Han and the Israelite school been telling you all, you're going to die in the Middle East. You send your sons across there, they are going to die. And who knows how many of them done died already are. They're just telling us what, 7, 6 of them done kicked the bucket, but it's more than them. You know what I mean? And they didn't say how much of them got what, injured. You understand? Like, who knows the type of life they had to be living across there right now? Come on.
I see a report saying about 100 and over 150. But I say if I so much injury, if you have more than that, more than just 8 dead. Slack.
Yeah. Like right now, the media on this act are telling you, you just have to go by what's in front of you, what's going on. You go to that pump, go to the grocery stores, things getting more expensive. It's bad across there. It's getting real bad. You understand?
It's gonna go.
All right. For time's sake, I'm gonna end it there, right? But I'm gonna try to catch up. We'll try to do a little more. I want to take you to where you could see that this is where they're going with it. They're going to try to get us to come join our military to be patriotic. After all, after they don't treat us, in a, disgusting way. You read about how they scolded us, read about how they burned us. I don't talk about not turning the ATM. You understand? But read about all these things, and still your preacher gonna come and tell us these Uncle Toms go try to get us to go join the military. Black man, do not go fight. Hispanic, Native Indian, that's not your fight. That's his fight. He started. He had a problem with the Iranians. Let them go fight. He had a problem with Russia. Let him go fight. He had a problem with China. Let him go fight. Let him go fight his wars.
They brought over all of those Ukrainians. Sir. They brought all those Ukrainians over here and those Afghanistanis. Let them go fight.
Yeah.
Let them go over there and fight.
Let them prove the love. Now we prove our love for over 400 years. We've been proving it. We went and fly jets. We went into a military and created a language where they couldn't decode. Or use a language they couldn't decode. The Navajos and them. You understand? We don't show you. Well, now time for them to go show you. Let Habib go fight his people and show you how much he care about America. You understand? All right, and with that, who are passing the class over to? Yaliza, who's there with
Awan is here with me. He's the guard today, sir.
Okay, good. So I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Hawan.
All right.
Come on, Hawan. You'll have the announcements, right?
Get the announcements, brother.
So like I could take it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, take it.
No. Hold on. Where's the one? Let's get the announcement.
Get the announcement.
Yeah. Let this young officer take it, man. Come on. But to out of bank here.
No, I hand the bar, sir.
I mean, he got it. Yeah. That strong officer right there. He got it.
All right, that's right.
I mean, yeah, to stand up though. Stand up.
Oh, on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. Security announcements. We at Isupk out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jenny Hanna. News for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the truth, comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, a brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry, ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you is to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Lord's 57th annual Passover. It's going to be held in Houston, Texas on April 4th. I came walked in to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupk events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, imagine. In Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. In Israel, Mashabat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shia Shabrak Thumb.
Yahweh Shia Shabrak Thumb.
Majim Tar. Turn face sister Majim. In Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to sisters. In Israel, Mashabat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh
Shema Shai.
Class dismissed.
The content provided on this podcast is meant solely for entertainment.
The Isupk under Commandant General Yohana presents the annual Kiddies Party. Thursday, April 2nd. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pay your Passover fee, $200, and it's free. The Isupk presents Kiddies Party. Fun and games at Slick City Action Park. Thursday, April 2nd from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Shalom.
Water.